Yes, sir. You are getting my voice now?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. Good morning to everyone. I am Dr. Yogesh Mishra, Professor in Electronics and Communication Engineering Department of GMR Institute of Technology, India. I welcome all the participants in day 2 of International Faculty Development Program on Technologies for Teaching Learning Pedagogy. This program intends to bring leading academicians from the globe to share the expert knowledge regarding teaching learning pedagogy. I would like to inform our today's speaker, Dr. Chang, that more than 520 participants throughout the globe registered for this program. We have participants from Nigeria, Vietnam, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Thailand, Iraq, Philippines, and other countries. So for our today's session, we have our distinguished speaker, Professor Mega Chang from Athabasca University, Canada. It is my proud privilege to present the brief biodata of today's speaker to you all. Dr. Chang is a full professor in the School of Computing, Information and Systems at Athabasca University, Canada. He chairs many technical committees, which include chair of IEEE Technical Committee of Learning Technology and executive committee member of Asia Pacific Society for Computers in Education. He is editor-in-chief in many journals, which are included in Web of Science, ESCI, Scopus, EI, etc. Dr. Chang also served many IEEE international conferences as program chair. He has given more than 100 talks and lectures in different conferences, universities, and events. He has participated in more than 310 international conferences and workshops as a program committee member, and he also has co-authored more than 225 edited books, book chapters, journal, and international conference papers. His research mainly focuses on game-based learning, training and assessment, mobile learning, museum e-learning, learning behavior analysis, learning analytics, and academic analytics, data mining, and artificial intelligence, intelligent agent technology, and mobile healthcare. Now I shall invite Dr. Chang to deliver his talk on games for metacognitive and skills training. Sir, please, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Professor Misra, for the invitation. I was in IIT Bombay in 2015 when I was on sabbatical. So I'm really glad to have this opportunity to come back virtually in India and share some of our research as well as some of the concepts with all of you guys. I miss a lot of things in India, including like samosa, dosa, chai, biryani, and so on. Unfortunately, I cannot have that at this time. That is really too bad. But perhaps next time. Okay, so before I start, first of all, I would like to introduce myself a little bit. Actually, Professor Misra has already mentioned all of them. So my name is Micah Zhang, and I'm coming from Athabasca University. And currently, I'm working as chair of IEEE Technical Committee on Learning Technology. So we are a technical committee that aiming for all the online learning technology or the advanced educational technology. So we have two flagship conference, international conference. One is IEEE ICARD, International Conference on Advanced Learning Technology. The other one is IEEE T4E, Technology for Education. In fact, we proposed T4E since 10 years ago, and we decided to make a T4E a conference only hosted in India. So basically, every year T4E conference is held in India in the end of the year. Unfortunately, this year we have to postpone due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So, but I hope we can resume our T4E conference in India. In that case, I will definitely visit India again. So I'm right now also working as editor-in-chief in several journals. So basically, my only idea is I hope the journal I work as editor-in-chief will be free for authors. So for example, Education Technology and Society, which is an SSCI open access journal, but this journal doesn't charge anything to both authors and readers. So that is our goal. And for IJDET, which is also an ESCI, as well as Scopus and the other 38 index journal, as long as you publish in regular mode, then you don't need to pay anything. The bulletin is IEEE TCLT's publication, so which is also an ESCI open access and free publication. So that is what we want. We hope we are not charging for doing research, but we can share all the research results to everyone for free. Before I start my topic today is, as you can see, that is games for metacognitive skill and language skill training. I needed to emphasize my research goal and the direction. So I am famous, or I'm be well known for doing game-based learning, game-based training, game-based assessment, educational game research. However, most of people, they only see this outlook. They don't see my internal beauty. So actually all of my research have one goal, that is making computers or device smart enough to be able to provide users personalized and adaptive service based on the data. So the data could be the log file, the records, the key store dynamics, like when you chat with people on WhatsApp or on the Telegram, your key store dynamics will help us to identify your emotion, your status, and of course, your chats that can be analyzed with natural language processing. Your behaviors can be analyzed with time series data mining and signal processing and other techniques. So with those kind of data, we can build a computer or device which can identify you, can recognize your behavior, can know what you need, and then provide you the most suitable service for you. So in that case, my research application domains actually is very broad. So my application domains include tourism. We trying to help the tourists in Toronto, trying to help them identify which is the next bar or club they want to go. As you know, many Western tourists, they like to go to like 3 bars or 3 clubs a night. So they probably go to the first one, but then depending on their behavior and depending on the situation, we can know what will be your next target. We can recommend you healthcare, hospital system, education, gaming, and so on. So I really needed to thank Professor Misarov to agree that I can give you 2 talks. So tomorrow I will talk about the behavior analysis, which is my internal beauty. Today you see my outlook. Okay. At the end, my long-term goal, my lifelong research goal is trying to make computers can be your companion, can be a user's companion since he or she is a kid and then grow up with him or her. So everything him or her see, the computer will see. Everything the users learn, computers will learn. But just like another human being, the computer will learn differently. So it will become your friend, your lifelong friend, and you can ask him, consult him or her many things. As you know, when you want to go for a university, college, trying to find a job, do you really ask this question for your professors or teachers or parents? Probably not. You probably will ask your friends because they know you perhaps better. So that is my long-term goal, trying to make a computer smart enough and can grow up with human beings. Okay, anyway, so today my topic is about games for metacognitive skill training as well as for the language speaking training. So first of all, I would like to talk about the game for metacognitive skill training. Why we needed to have a game for training users metacognitive skill. The reason actually is very simple, because metacognitive skills like problem solving, like associative reasoning, like organization and planning, they are so important for you. You probably don't know how important that is for a person. According to the Conference Board of Canada, in their report, they found that people who have higher or better metacognitive skills, they they may actually have a better job, living better, make more money, and so on. So that is a very important thing. If we can make people, all of people, they have a higher or better metacognitive skills, like problem solving, then they may have a better job. They may have a better life. They may more happy than right now. So that is our goal, and we want them not to learn those metacognitive skills through reading or doing something, because we want them to learn by praying. The reason is very simple. If you have a full-time job, you don't have time to read. You don't have time to really learn something, sit there and then learn something, working on exercise, doing a worksheet. However, you definitely have a chance to bring your mobile phone with you and then pray again for 5 minutes. I believe many of you did that when you are in transit. So learning by praying is very good. However, one more thing coming. Actually, no matter what kind of games we are talking about, educational game, commercial games, any kind of game, actually players, they are eventually going to be stalked in somewhere. They probably cannot play this game more. So when that happens, how can we keep encouraging people to praying? Because we know more you pray, better your metacognitive skill will be. So we need to make sure we can provide some kind of mechanism which can keep you praying even when you are stuck somewhere in the game. Okay, so many educational game or game-based learning researchers will try to convince you that the playing game can help you learn, can help you learn better, can help you learn more. Yes, they are absolutely correct. However, what they didn't tell you is usually a game can only attract people for a certain amount of time, which means if you have a good game for your students, then probably your students will be willing to play for 1 month or two or one semester. But after that, they will not play anymore. So yes, learning by playing definitely has its effectiveness. But people they don't tell you is how you keep players playing. So in our research, our goal is trying to have different gamification elements like points, like badges, like leaderboards. So uh, it, here we have a term called gamification. What gamification means? Gamification means if you don't have time to develop a game, to design a game, then try to use those gamification elements, those elements that are used in the game, so people they will be attracted. Like points. When you do something, I give you some points. When you reach some goal, I give you a badge. And I put a leaderboard there, so you can always see that you are top 1, top 2. So you will try to encourage yourself going there. So that is gamification elements. There are so many gamification elements, but the research have already told us that PBL, points, badges, leaderboards, they are 3 major gamification elements. They are easy implemented and they are effective. So in our idea, we're trying to use PBL and we use in-game currency. No one no one doesn't really like money, even they are virtual money. So in-game currency allow you to buy something. In-game store allow you to spend your currency and buy some items. And the competition, so you can compete with others in a very short 5 minutes match, which can encourage players to play periodically and keep them coming back. So even they stopped playing for 1 week, they will come back because you only need to spend 5 minutes to play. And then we provide a learning analytics dashboard. So in that case, we can help people know their weakness and their problems. So they won't be stuck in the game, in somewhere in the game. So that is what we want to do. We create a game called Omega, online metacognitive educational game with analytics. So I would like to let you know how much time we spend on this game and how many human power or manpower we have just because we want to create this game. So first of all, we spend 2 years and 6 months to complete this game. Actually, we still cannot say we completed the game completely. We will have our beta test started in this September, and within these two years and 6 months, we have 2 postdocs, 2 master students, 4 research interns, 5 research assistants, 2 undergraduate project students to help us to build this game. So as you can see, building an educational game is not so easy like what you most people may think. Some people they may think, oh, doing a game very quickly, just 1 month, 2 months, that is all. No, actually, if you want to build a multiplayer game and without bugs and can be played very good, then you need to spend a lot of time and resource. So in this game, we have 10 sub-games. In these 10 sub-games divided into 4 metacognitive skills. First of all, problem solving. In problem solving, we have bypass, which you will play as a guy who helped to fix the pipe after an earthquake. So you need to use limited resource to make sure that the different householders they will still have the same or more water units supplied to their house. The second one is viroid. So you are playing as a surgical doctor. So you need to do some surgery, trying to use 2 laser gun and some traps and mirrors to kill all the bad cells. For the evaluation and accuracy metacognitive skills, we have first of all, we have card swap game, which is a very common game. You have a poker card and you will see their number, their color, and then they will be flipped flop and then they will be swapped. So so you need to remember where club 10 and heart 7 are after the swapping finished. And from level to level, there will be more and more cards, and there will be more and more cards to for you to remember, and also the swapping will be quicker and quicker. Every time when you say, okay, here is the club 10, you will be asked how confident you are. So you need to evaluate your own skill. The other game called Dash Delivery. So Dash Delivery, you are playing a truck driver. You need to deliver package to the household. You need to, before you starting your trip, you need to think of how many package do you think you can deliver within 60 seconds. So you can be very confident, but then actually you are not very accurate about your skill. Once the time starts, you need to drive your truck with this button. Unfortunately, when you control your truck, you need to imagine where your truck is and which direction your truck is heading to. Because when you click on the different buttons, nothing will happen until you click deliver. So you need to making sure that you remember and you can understand where is your truck right now and which direction you are heading to. Otherwise, you cannot deliver the package successfully. So the next metacognitive skill is associative reasoning. We have 3 sub-games. The first one is a pattern hacker. So pattern hacker is coming from psychological test. So in psychology, they have this kind of test trying to see how can you find the pattern. So you can see there are different patterns before the next one, and you need to estimate what will be the next pattern. If you are correct, then you can find the first pin number and then second pin number. So what that means? That means if you are incorrect, then you cannot hack into the safe. So you need to hack into the safe. So that's is why this game called Pattern Hacker. The next one is crossplay. So until now, you perhaps you can notice that actually most of our game, they don't have words. They are composed of the graphics. They are not about the words. The reason we do this is because we want to make this game available to the world. Everyone can use that. Everyone in the world, they can be higher and better in terms of metacognitive skills. Actually, one of our research collaboration we want to do is to work with some of your students and you people in India. We have a collaboration with IIIT Hyderabad, and we are also looking for other university and college and trying to see if this kind of game can really help people to increase their metacognitive skills. So crossplay is the only game which is composed of words. You will see a word here, carry, and then there are some words at the right hand side. You need to choose cinnamon or a cinnamon or the same meaning or dictionary cards and drag those cards to the card play area. So depending on your choice, you will get higher and higher scores. So the point is, how can this sub-game be played by non-English speaking country? That is what we try to do. We use all the characters, words. We try to use first grade, elementary, primary schools in Canada. So which means as long as some people they learn some English in their country as a foreign language, then they probably can play this game because we all only use first grade primary school's level words here. The last game for the associative reasoning is Pirate Hunter. So in the Pirate Hunter, you can see there will be larger image and small image, and you need to try to find where the small image is. So this game has two stages. The first stage is trying to ask you to match where this small image coming from. And then at the second stage, you need to very precisely tell the system where exactly this small image coming from. As you can see, there is a blue and green border. So the box, so the blue box is where you think this small image coming from here, and the green box means actually this small image coming from a specific place. Then the last the last associative reasoning is organization and planning. We have a CR2K, which you are playing a cyclist. So you are riding your bicycle from here to the goal, and you have a different path or you can choose. But on your way to the goal, there will be some weather condition or road condition. So when you move your mouse cursor over the condition, you will be able to see, you will see 100% chance for the rainstorm. In that case, you need to make sure that you bring your raincoat or rain jacket into your backpack, right? Otherwise, you will when you meet the rain, you will lose 3 energy. So the losing 3 energy may make you not be able to reach the goal on time. However, just like any backpack, we have first come, last out. So first in, last out, which is a kind of stake. So you need to make sure that you put the things well organized. Otherwise, unfortunately, you probably have your rain jacket, but you cannot take it out. The next sub-game is EverQuest. EverQuest is a kind of a card game. So you will see some land tile. Each of the land tile has their own value. And you will also see some potential events. So one event is you will the value of power will be deducted to half of the 170 when it happened. And you have some cards you can try to meet that, try to adjust that. So you need to make sure at the end of the game you will have the highest value for all the land tile you have. In the last, we have Weekend Barista. You are a owner of a coffee shop. Now we have Saturday and Sunday. You have some regular customers. They will order some coffee, like a small one with 1 sugar, 2 cream, and so on. But depending on the weather, they may need to have iced coffee. And also depending on the situation, we may have a new customer. They will ask to perhaps upgrade their cup size or have less or more milk or sugar. So you need to make sure that your coffee shop will have enough stock pile up, but not too much. You don't want to lose your money, right? So that is organization and planning. Okay, so if you want, you can always go to http omega.gameresearch.ca. Right now, this URL will redirect you to our beta testing server, which will be asabasakayuda is very good.org. But when the game is online, we will transfer all the account information as well as your data to the omega.gameresearch.ca or omega.asabaxau.ca. But you can always use omega.gameresearch.ca. It will automatically redirect you to the beta testing server or the server. So you can see you can play this game freely, and you can see right now actually that is CR2K. So you choose the second pass, and you need to make sure that you have everything in your backpack and so on. You will be matching to another guy. So actually that guy may be a real person or may not be a real person. We don't know. Actually, I don't know either, because all the virtual players in this game has the same name, same human-like name. So even myself, I don't know who is a real player, who is not a human player. So in this game, you can see that they have a leaderboard, they have a learning analytics dashboard, they have other skills. You can see your problem-solving skill and your badge and so on. So trying to play less, and I hope you can provide us some kind of feedbacks, and you can also encourage your users, your students to use. Okay, so what is learning analytics dashboard? As I said earlier, almost no game-based learning researchers, they will tell you games actually is not be able to last very long. So they will tell you game is very helpful, very useful for people to learn, but actually the effectiveness cannot be last so long. So when you have challenge in the game, how can you make sure that the players can see the feedback and can conquer that, and then they will keep playing? So here you can see we have a learning analytics dashboard. We provided 4 different kind of view for students, for players. One view is linear view. So from linear view, you can see if you are a player, you can know that, see, at the very beginning, my game 8 skill is about 2.5. But when I play from time to time until November, until December, actually my skill is up, it's growing. So that is a kind of proof, and that is also a kind of attractive things for students. They say, oh, okay, I should really play. In that case, I can improve my skill. This is the first thing. The second thing is exploded view. So when you play the game, sometimes you will find that why my problem-solving skills is stocked. It will not be going up anymore. So in that case, actually, if you try to collapse associative reasoning, you can find that the game 3 and the game 4 situation, and you probably will know that you will realize that actually you are very good in game 3, but you are not very good in game 4. So in order to make sure that your associative reasoning skill can going up, you need to make sure that you can improve your performance in both of games, not just one game. Remember, each of the sub game, they have their own target. You cannot just be very good in one game, but not very good in other game, because in that case you cannot prove that you have a very good and a comprehensive associative reasoning skill. Then, as we all know, I think you probably also remember that. Did you remember sometimes when you wake up in the morning, for example, when I was in IIT Bombay, I like the most good thing I like is the morning tea, the bay tea, that is a chai. So the chai helps you to be fresh. So you can start working. So very similarly, everyone has their own timing to do something. So some people they are very good in planning in the morning. Some people they are very good in planning after dinner. So when you see this time of day view, learning the analytics dashboard, you can take a look. Game 4. Actually, when I play game 4 in the morning, in the afternoon, actually my performance is not very good. Actually, the most good performance I have ever had is around like 6 p.m. 4 to 6 p.m. So that also help people to know their strengths. They know their opportunity. They know how they can improve their performance. So I should play this game here from 4 p.m. to maybe 7 p.m. At the end, you want to quit your game? Okay, please don't quit the game. See, if you can see this learning and analytics dashboard, you will find something. Taking a look at the intensity. This is game 3. So the intensity of the triangle shapes indicate your performance. So darker means better. You can see when I started this game from October 2017, my triangle you cannot see that. You almost cannot see that. But then my performance is better and better. So my triangle become more intense. However, I quit the game for around 10 or 2 weeks. 10 days or 2 weeks. You can see when I first come back to play this game on October 29, actually my performance is not the same like when I quit. So I needed to catch up to get familiar with my skill set again, just like you ride a bicycle, you ride the bike. Of course, you can still ride the motorcycle or bike after 10 years, but your skill will be a little bit rusted. So it's the same thing. People know that kind of idea, but they don't know really until they see this learning the analytics dashboard. So we have evaluation plan. So our beta testing will be in this September. We will start it with 24 players from Canada, India, Japan, Taiwan, and the United States. And then we will have a formal evaluation plan after this beta testing, making sure that everything is all right. When we have the evaluation, we will have 5 evaluation in which we hope to recruit at least 600 participants. And we have 11 research questions we want to answer. Each participant is expected to complete at least 50 matches until they are done with the survey, the evaluation. And we will provide Amazon gift cards with value 200 Canadian dollars, which you can spend in Amazon anywhere. So of course that is a kind of a price draw. So the winning rate is about 0.6%. This evaluation has already been approved by Research Ethics Board of Athabasca University. So you are welcome, really welcome to play this game. You can start right now. You can become our beta tester, and later you can join our evaluation. Right now, we have already published some papers about this game as well as some technical part. So I only have limited time left, so I would like to switch to another game that is about English speaking skill. training. Why we want to have this kind of game? That is a very simple question to be answered. The reason is when learners they are living in a country which English is not their second language but a foreign language, they are so anxious while speaking in a real world, even in their class. Sometimes even the teacher has this kind of anxiety. So in that case, people they cannot practice their English speaking very easily. If they go to other country, which is English speaking country like Canada, they will be more anxious to speaking because the reaction time is too short to prepare and plan what you want to say. So when someone asks you what kind of burgers you want, you need to react like within 5 seconds. You cannot react after 1 minute, right? Because they are lined up after you. So you cannot change or rewrite the words you have ever said. You don't have chance to Google anything you say. So that is the problem. That is really problem. Okay, one way you can do that is you can hire a native English speaker. For example, some international students in your university, or some people they are native speaker living in your country. You can hire them to be your tutor. You guys can sit in the Starbucks and then talk to each other in English. However, not everyone can afford that price, or not everyone can find a person to help them that. Okay, then the other solution is perhaps you can play multiplayer online games. In the past, I asked all my students who are coming from Taiwan to play World of Warcraft, which is a massively multiplayer online game. I asked them to join a guild and then use the headset. First of all, I asked them to go to their guild activities. They only need to listen, but they type. Then after that, they can talk. They can talk yes, no, very short sentence when people they ask them to do something. Finally, they can speak. However, one more thing happened. Sometimes in MMORPG or MMORG, the conversation is not really happening from native speakers, so you may learn incorrectly, or you may misunderstanding something. For example, GG. GG actually in traditional English that means good game, which is a very sportsmanship words. When you play the game with others, you will say very good game. No matter you are winning or lose, you will say good game. However, in the massively multiplayer game, especially the competition game, which we call arena game, GG is misinterpreted as a loser. Loser will say that. So, for example, in Taiwan, the young people they will say GG, so say I'm GG, which means I'm game over, I'm ruined, I'm very bad, something like that. That is incorrect. So our goal is trying to provide a virtual environment which has no pressure, but the teachers can create a conversation for various topics like a restaurant, lounge, and transportation. Students, they can practice and speak to NPC. So if you want to see, want to learn how to use that, you can go to https vipresearchgroup.ca/YouTube, which will redirect you to our VIP Research Group YouTube channel. And then under Conversation Quest playlist, you can see how you, if you are a teacher, how you can create the conversation tree, and how you create the NPC. If you are a student, how you talk to the NPC. Here I provide you the URL. So if you go to conversation.megaword.gameserver.ca, you will see this portal, and you can click on teacher or click on student. So if you click a teacher, you can sign in or not sign in. If you don't sign in, then you can only see some shareable conversation. And there are some icons. The first column of the icon is shareable. So lighting up means shareable. Not lighting up means not shareable. Editing and the copy and the playing. So you can see some NPC, and each of the NPC will be associated to a conversation, and the conversation has its own label. On the other hand, if you edit a conversation tree, so for example, this is travel. Have you packed your baggage, which is a level 3 quest coming from our Brazilian teacher. So if you click on the editing button, you can see the conversation tree. You can link a conversation from here to there, and you can allow people, students, to talk to the NPC according to the conversation. You can add or edit or delete or connect any nodes. So if you are a student, you can come to the NPC selection. You can talk to any NPC. So if you click any NPC, then you can talk to them. If you register an account in this system, then you can even get a reward. You can even receive a reward for the conversation you have done, for the performance you have reached. So I will encourage you try now, and the URL is conversation.megaword.gameserver.ca. So for teachers, if you want to use this, you can write me an email so I can create an account for you. So you can create your own conversation tree, and you can decide whether or not you want to share the conversation tree with other teachers. A shareable conversation tree means multiple teachers, they can work together on a conversation. So for students, you can register an account by yourself. You don't need me to do anything. However, due to the speech recognition function, only Chrome right now is supported for students. For teachers, you can use any browsers to edit your conversation tree. So this research right now, we have already published some research result in conference, and we also have some usability analysis which composed of more than 35 to 50 teachers from Taiwan and Brazil to see how this is good or very useful for them, and we will submit that paper into two journals later this year. So so my conclusion today is we have Omega Game, and that is a team include a dozen of people to do, and we developed this more than 2 years. And we provide the 10 sub games. You can play this game as soon as possible right now, and there are virtual players. We also have a speaking-based conversation quest, and you can develop your own conversation tree. You can try the game, and this game will also provide you ICER, which is in-game card as education reward for students. That is another research. We have already published many papers about that. So so that is what we want to do, and we are looking for the collaboration with all of you, everyone. Before I finish the talk and entering into the question and answering, I would like to do some promotion. So the first promotion is opportunities for all the professors and the students. You may consider to apply for different kind of scholarships or research collaboration possibility through the Chatri Indo Canadian Institute. And for students, you can definitely apply for MyTex Global Link Research Internship. Actually, it will coming out just in September. So if you go to see that, if you are students, you are encouraged to take a look. This scholarship, this research internship will provide you 12 weeks research internship in Canada. They will cover you the round trip airfare to Canada and the transportation from airport to Canada in Canada to your accommodation as well as stipend for your housing, health insurance, and food and incidentals. And after that, if you got this, when you go back to India, if you want to come back to Canada to study your master degree, then you can apply for Global Link graduate fellowship, which is 15,000 Canadian dollars in financial support. If you are a graduate student, you can also go to see MyTex come to Canada. So they will be very helpful you. You can come to Canada to do research for doing 4 months to 6 months research. And this is what I just say about the first the Chatri Indo Canadian Institute. So you can see there are some open opportunities. And this is Global Link Research Internship. The call for student application will be opening very soon. So if you want to get a notification, you can complete the form. So when it's open, you will be notified. And you can click on Come to Canada. So there are some Come to Canada situation to open and also available within different countries. So you can come to Canada to do 12 to 24 weeks research project. For researchers, if you are master students, you are PhD students, you are professors, and you want to do something about learning technology research, I will strongly recommend you to submit your paper to the bulletin of TCLT. We have 4 sections right now. So those 4 sections are the emerging learning technologies. Actually, we want to looking for application systems tool. They are practical and can be it's already been ready for use by people. We don't want to see theoretical things. We don't want to really see the evaluation. We want to see a concrete idea which has already been implemented. And we also hope a PhD student and early career researcher, they can write a book review. And if you want to have a collaboration opportunity to people, you can also do that. So so that is our bulletin, and you can go to our website to see more idea about that. So I think I will stop right here to have some time, so you guys can ask questions if you want to have. So thank you so much for having me once again. And in case you don't really know, this is a smiling face. So here is my 2 eyes. I have a WeChat account, I have a Line account, I have a Telegram, WhatsApp account. I have almost all the social media accounts. So if you want to add me, you can let me know. And here are the 4 research projects outcomes that we have online. Personally speaking, I want all of my research outcome or research result there. online, accessible by everyone forever, as long as I can afford, as long as I am still alive. So basically, I don't want to do some research which is one time only, or after done that the system cannot be used anymore. So all of these 4 systems, they are online and they are ready for use. We are keep doing advanced research on them. So you are welcome to give it a try. So thank you so much. If there is any question.
Thank you very much, sir, for enriching our knowledge on teaching, learning, pedagogy, especially on explaining the power of learning by playing. So this is really good. Sir, one question is there that whatever data you have seen, you have shown that some skills enhanced in the students. So you have taken any data for the small kids also, like who are school going small kids of the age of group of 5 to 10 or 12?
So we have all the data collected there. So right now the learning analytics dashboard we provided the content for students, for players to take a look. Basically because we have all the data there, and those kind of data is a kind of time series behavior. So you can definitely analyze those data and find the trends and find the pattern. That is something I want to talk tomorrow. So tomorrow I will talk about how to analyze those kind of time series data, trying to grouping students or grouping players based on their sequential data. For the other games, speaking back, what we collected, we only collected their performance and their trials. We didn't collect their incorrect speaking, because first of all, that is a kind of privacy. You may not want the people to know how you say something in English. So we didn't collect that data, but from the performance we collected, you will be able to understand when you do the conversation with the NPC, non-player control characters, how many mistakes you have already made, and so on. So those kind of data are also collected. So so that's regarding data. That is what we have. Of course, we are also looking for some people. If you are interested working with us, for example, in Omega, you want to apply some data mining techniques or machine learning algorithm to digging out some data and trying to provide a more visualized learning analytics dashboard. We are welcome that for sure.
Thank you, sir. It is true that we as teachers, we emphasize that our students should study more, but we never thought how to use games for enhancing the metacognitive skills. So it was really an eye-opening session, and we are waiting now for your next session of tomorrow. Thank you once again, sir, for delivering your talk during the late night hours in Canada. Thank you,
No
sir.
problem.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you so much. It's my
Okay.
pleasure and honor to be here.
Good night, sir. Thank you.
Good night, and yeah, good afternoon. I'm not quite sure. Good morning.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Bye, sir.